Today we read Genesis chapter 5 through 8, and some things that stuck out to me that I was thinking about. Um, there is a lot of people's names and how long they lived, and it is crazy to think about how long these people lived. And I always try to imagine each person and, um, that they were alive and like imagine the time that they lived in, when the earth was so young and we didn't have all of the buildings, and it was all just nature and building things with your hands. Like it's pretty amazing to think about. And the I also always think it's interesting when it talks about how, the Lord was with them. And I wonder, because some of the verses will say that God walked with people in Genesis, and, um, that they brought, um, offerings to the Lord and things like that. And I always wonder, in some of, I try to pay close attention to the language, because in some of it, it sounds like, um, they're like face to face with God, and then it kind of that kind of dissipates as you get further along in the Bible, to where, God, once we get further, I don't want to ruin the story if you guys haven't read the Bible yet, but we'll get to that. And I also think it's really beautiful, the story of, Noah, and how long he had to wait in the ark. And I just try to imagine what that looked like, being stuck on a boat for that long. And it's it's pretty amazing to think about. And then when they offer the burnt offering to the Lord, and the Lord smells it, and then he promises not to curse the ground anymore for man's sake. Um, that's also really beautiful. So, what I'd love to hear what stood out to you, from the reading today, if you are inclined to comment. All right, thank you so much. Looking forward to continuing our study.